CRM.
Okay, you guys keep adding the wrong sound effects.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for terror. Stay tuned for shivers and excitement. Listen to Craig Dennis in The Boogeyman Will Get You, written by Robert Bloch for Weird Tales magazine and adapted by the author especially for this program. You'll hear it now if you stay tuned for terror.
Brilliant shape, little red eyes, and such a
day long in that cottage of yours? Why don't you relax?
It's just why I rented the cottage. The state picked up and get some work done. The book doesn't write itself, you know.
I don't see how you fellas do it. Writing, I mean. Me, I'll stick to the insurance business.
Life insurance must be a wonderful thing.
You tell me you're not insured, man?
Oh, wait a minute now, Bernard. Walter, you'll have to excuse that husband of mine. He's always trying to sell something. Oh, that's a good man alone. We invite him over here tonight for a picture. Remember?
I appreciate it, too. You folks are very kind to ask me in. I'm not to bore you with my essays.
Certainly. Oh, nonsense. You never scared me still.
Is that why Nancy isn't around? Do I scare her, too?
Oh, of course not. Sarah's probably out with her game. You know, the Bobby Sox crowd.
Nancy's a very remarkable young woman. She didn't strike me as a typical member of the younger generation at all.
Well, she isn't really. Nancy is very mature for 17. Too mature, I'm afraid. Sometimes she comes out with something that surprises me.
Really?
Yes. I'll take what she was saying about you the other day. Oh, sorry. Put my foot in at that time.
Nancy said something about me? What was it?
Oh, nothing at all. Matter of fact, I've forgotten just exactly what it was.
Please, tell me. I won't be offended. I'm curious. I've noticed that daughter of yours watching me, and I've wondered about it.
Well, you have to excuse her, Walter. She's just a kid after all. She said, well, we were talking about why we never saw you in the daytime, out on the tennis court or at the beach. And she said, that's not so strange. Vampires always sleep in the daytime.
Vampires?
Don't that Leslie get the funniest notion sometimes?
Yes. Yes, they do.
She's awfully interested in you, really, Walter. After all, you're handsome, stranger here at the resort, an older man. I do believe she's getting a crush on you. She tries to hide it, but crazy woman.
Calling you a vampire. Where does she get such ideas? Reads too many books, I'd say.
Yes.
Sly kid, though. I asked her why she thought you were a vampire. Know what she said?
What did she say?
Said it was because you didn't eat any food.
You said what?
Nancy said she'd asked around town at the grocery store and the butcher shop, but she never bought any food.
I shut her up in a hurry, though. Young lady, I said, apparently you don't know much about bachelors' eating habits. Did you ever hear of places called restaurants? You should have seen the look on Nancy's face when it... Why, hello, Nancy. We were just talking about you.
So I heard. Well, your man is here. Should I say hello to Mr. King?
Good evening, Nancy.
Nancy, Mr. King's too. Nancy, what are you doing to her?
She's making the sign of the cross, an ancient custom. It's supposed to ward off vampires.
That's a good one. Well, young lady, how come you were running around in the dark tonight? Aren't you afraid of evil spirits?
Don't talk about things you don't understand, Father. Nancy, there's no way to talk to yourself. Where were you? Oh, just walking. It was really late. Up in the hills under the hemlock tree. I suppose that's where you lost your socks on. Oh, yes. I didn't know I'd lost it.
Well, folks, I've got to run along. It's getting late.
So soon?
Yes, it's getting a little late.
All right, Walter. See you around. You sure you don't mind walking home alone?
Oh, of course not.
Maybe we could send Nancy along with you to protect you from vampires.
Nancy was a silly girl. And still, she was silly. Maybe it was because she was so beautiful. She hated me so. I thought I was a vampire. Just a silly little girl with a queer idea in her pretty head. I wonder what she was planning to do with it. At night, when I got back to the cottage, I found out. I stood in front of the door and saw something hanging in the panel. It was Nancy's study. What had she been doing here? She said she'd been flying to the north, to the hills, where the hemlock trees. There was her study. As I opened the door, my hand touched something. A wreath from the doorman. A wreath of hemlock. Hemlock. That's what you put on the door to keep vampires away. I thought about it all night. What was that devoted to? The next day I investigated it. I found out plenty. Nancy had spread talk all over the village. Talk about me, about my habits, how I stayed in all day and came out at night, about my not eating at home. They even tried to call New York to check up on me. Well, I really had a job and so on. Told the minister I didn't dare come to church and What, Charlie?
Yeah. Really, Mr. King, I have a date.
A few minutes, my dear. Why so quickly? Tell me what. By the way, I still have a spot in my eye. Have you a mirror in this?
Oh, mirror? Why, yes. It's pretty.
Oh, good. There, I can get it. Thank you.
You look into the mirror.
Of course. I found that hemlock in my doorknob last night, too. Oh, don't get so startled, Nancy. I know all about your ideas. You thought I was a vampire, didn't you? Because I work all day and eat in restaurants and walk at night. But you're wrong. You know that now, don't you? For years, it touched hemlock and all the rest.
Hang on. I guess you think I'm an awful fool.
I think it was very what you do. I should listen to the dark out here so I can see it there. You have a beautiful hair, Nancy. Look, the moon is rising. I can see you now. Nancy, you're not afraid of me anymore.
Well, I never was afraid. Not really. I just thought if I was vampires to make a mess. And besides, all vampires are tall and dark and handsome, like you.
You're a very clever little girl, Nancy. Very clever. Only, I wish you hadn't gone to the police today.
Police? You know?
Yes, I found that out, too. Search warrant for my house.
Oh, but that was all a joke. And you aren't really a vampire, so it doesn't matter. When they come, you'll laugh at them.
You.
What are you doing? Let go of me. Oh, what's happening to you? You're changing. Mother.
Such a imaginative fool, Nancy. I can't let you get away now. It will spoil everything. You guess, too.
Lord, let me go. Lord, good heavens. And it is.
No. I'm not a vampire. I'm just a werewolf.
You have just heard Craig Dennis in The Boogeyman Will Get You, written by Robert Blunt, author of stories in Weird Tales magazine. The original music was conceived and played by Romel Bay. In just a moment, we'll tell you about the next story in
Stay tuned for terror.
the meantime.
Okay. Mary Miss Trotta, that actress did a really great scream. Not easy to do. Yeah. I actually played Van Helsing in a production of Dracula around the turn of the century. And one of the big things was teaching the girls to scream. Mike, it was a fun story. It was hard to hear it. Yeah, I know. I got only very few episodes of this. Stay tuned for terror, and it really was shitty audio. I mean, oh god, it was so bad. It took me a long time to get this to clean up, and it still wasn't very clean. I mean, it's just one of those things. I honestly thought that this one was longer when I selected it for tonight, but I don't know. I guess I should have played Heart of Darkness instead. Marinus Rudde, it was hard to hear what they were talking in the beginning. Yeah, it was. I mean, the premise here being is this gentleman is an author who writes essays instead of short stories. And, I mean, ironically, the boogeyman will get you is just an essay he's writing. He's not a boogeyman, he is a werewolf. Okay. Again, guys, the sound software I'm working with is extremely rudimentary. I can't really afford, like, Pro Tools. And, I mean, like, I have a very limited amount of time to work on these. So, it's like I say, I have to devote more time to it, and maybe I should do a full proof listen, which I mean might be more reasonable for me to do at my new job than my old job. There's the thing. Hey kid. Oh, wait, sweetheart. Give me a nice big hug. Nice big kitty hug. Okay, you can go. Mike, your new job is busier than you thought it would be, right? Yeah. To be honest with you, they originally told me I would be the inbound officer at night, and he does nothing. Then now they're like, well, you're the outbound officer at night. And one of the things that happened at a certain point was they blocked off the outbound gate and had me go to the inbound gate, which means I can't do as much work on YouTube. But I did get a lot done for that particular shift. And one of the problems, though, is that I can only do so much at work, and then I have to finish it at home. So it's like, I had requested a shift tonight, but they never gave it to me. And eventually I rescinded the request because, it's like I can't just pick up and leave and go to work at the last minute. I need a certain amount of planning because I do have work tomorrow morning at my first job. So, like, it's cool I can even hear the ones that aren't too good. I just have to focus more. The ones that are real good, I can walk around and do whatever and still hear. Yeah. I mean, again, the thing there being, Mike, is that these, well, I mean, I don't even make minimum wage working on these things. So, if I did, I wouldn't have another job because I would do this all day. Because my other job is just a little bit above minimum wage and requires me to leave the house. Mike, I appreciate the streams. Yeah. And you're a good dude, man. I mean, you've helped me quite a lot in making this possible. But just, got bills to pay, you know what I mean? In any case, I apologize for this being so short. I did not realize this episode was as short as it was. Mary, the screams are great, Well, in any case, I will try to be back with another one of these before too long. But I do have many things to do. So I will talk to you folks later. I'm Richard.